I built this thing here out of a wheelbarrow. You can kind of see the wheelbarrow right there, but it kind of looked a little tall, a little funny.
Out of a wheelbarrow.
Good plan. It just fell through.
Yeah. Wheelbarrow.
Has to be answered correctly or you'll be cutting another one of these. But I need this. Oh, that looked like some homemade shit. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Shit, I don't know if I need to. I don't know, man. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. Anyhow, that's my plan. I'm sticking to it. Gonna be a lot of work. If you watched my last video, you know I was in a predicament of where to put my instrument cluster. It was so big and gaudy compared to what the Jeep had room for it to go to, so I was limited to spots, and I really didn't like any of them. I built this thing here out of a wheelbarrow. You can kind of see the wheelbarrow right there. But anyhow, and I was going to set it to fill in this hole. I was going to set it right here and put my instrument cluster in it. And I thought, cool as shit. It kind of looked a little tall, a little funny, but maybe once it was all painted in and blended in, it would go better. But anyhow, after I did all this, I seen my windshield. By the time I put it on, my windshield was going to be all the way up to here, blocking the whole gauges. Yesterday, I marked it off with tape. I came back today. I was going to cut it. And I said, well, before I cut, let me go through the scenario one more time where I could put these gauges. I took the lens out, I took this off, where I just had this right here. It thinned it down. I can thin this up a lot and then just get me a piece of plexiglass or something and put in front of it for a clear lens. I tried it here, tried it there. Then I came back to the spot that I thought it's just never going to work there. But now that it's thinner and I got 4.5 more inches, I can drop this puppy in right there. It's probably going to be as much or more work than my wheelbarrow project. Good plan. It just fell through. Now this, I'm going to have to trim it back. It is thicker at the bottom, which made the gauges lean back. So what I have done is put me some yellow tape so I can see. I got a black marker. This is black. And I'm going to mark my line around this edge. And then I'm going to take something and hopefully stay on that line and cut that edge. That worked like a charm. I just gotta, I don't know, maybe this stuff is so thin, maybe I'll put a fresh blade on my knife and then just trim it where I want it. She is trimmed up. Now here's what I'm gonna have. Basically, I'm gonna go ahead and clip it back in the hose. It just pops in. All right, just like that. That is a new thickness of my instrument cluster. I gotta have a little bit more room than this because I've got to put my clear lens across the front and I got my plugs. I need a little wiggle room. It's gonna have to be at least minimum, let's just say minimum, somewhere between 3 and 3.5. 3.5 will be plenty, 3 would be kind of tight. Let's go to the next step. Basically, this right here went right there. So this is my template to make the perfect cut around that dash. And here is my metal. Now I put yellow tape on here just so I could see, I'm gonna put this on there. Well, shit, let me show you. You probably know what my plan is. I'm gonna put this on there, and this thing has a little bit of a rock to it. So I'm gonna just mark around the edges. Now I think I'm just gonna rock it backwards and mark around that edge. Bam! There it is, man. Trim that. I always go to the cautious side and make it a little bigger and then work it back. And it always eats up hours of my time with the grinder trimming that little edge back to where it needs to be. But just for the safety factor, I'm going to do it again. That outside of that black mark, really the outside of that black mark is where I should be cutting. I'm going to move to the inside of that black mark and cut it. And I'm just going to use a jigsaw. As my plan, I'm sticking to it. Tip, a jigsaw cutting metal, chunks of metal chips straight up right at your eyeball. Get some good goggles, because they're steady hitting you right in the face. Even a face shield wasn't working for me. That come out pretty good. That jigsaw made pretty good cuts around them edges. But basically, I'll have a piece of plexiglass in there, which will bring it out a little bit. But basically, can you see that? It's going to be, that'll be the trim outside. Now, I'm going to use this right here to get the same radius as my plan. That's 1.5 inches around that same curve. I don't know if I don't like this better, bring it into 1 inch. I don't really have a lot on the side here like I have on the top. I may could draw that in to 1 inch and go with that other mark and blend it in, and it won't be quite so gaudy and have a little more curve to it. Every step you make, there's 10 questions that has to be answered. And it has to be answered correctly or you'll be cutting another one of these. I like that curve better than that big old wide curve. I'm gonna try to go with that right there. Let me cut it. Like I say, it comes to a point where you gotta make a decision, and my decision's made and I'm sticking to it. I still got that if I need it, but I need this. Can you envision it? I'm gonna have to roll it a little bit, but I still want to hold on to this curve right here. I don't want this thing to come straight out, box straight down. That don't look cool at all. That looks like some homemade shit. What you want is it to come off this edge and curve. You want to curve. Really want it to curve off of this edge. I'm going to go for that if I can. But then you want it to come out and roll down. And then once it rolls down, so it has to go flat. It'll roll. I'll probably cut that roll and then put a piece of flat on it. Try to make it all roll into one piece where it looks like something stamped out and not something cut out of square boards. Anyhow, that's my plan. I'm sticking to it. I think that is it. I've got clearance all the way around. My cluster's gonna sit right there. I'm gonna tack it. Then I'm gonna work this wheelbarrow, because it's thin metal. I'm gonna work it out to the edge of my piece and tack it all the way around. Just kind of, hopefully it'll stretch and I can just curve it all the way around. Then I'll come back and cut, I guess, round through there. And then I'll have to curve something from there down. Gonna be a lot of work. Anyhow, let me get it tacked up and bowed around, and we'll see what we got. Roughly 2 hours has passed, but I got it sitting pretty good. I think I got it, well, it's gonna have to tilt. I got it sitting right there. When I put my windshield on here, my windshield's gonna come up to about right in here somewhere. So all that back will be covered with some metal just to keep stuff out of there. My steering wheel is tilted completely up. I don't think it looks too bad from the side. I'll have to come in here and do something to curve this back around to the dash somehow. That's gonna be some work. Let me give you the driver's view. My head will be sitting roughly right here, which will be pretty damn good, man. Almost back to factory. Only thing on the Toyota, the instrument cluster was a little bit deeper into the dash, but there's just not that much room on this Jeep. I'm gonna put my windshield on just to make sure there's no issues. Bolt my dash cover on, put a couple of bolts in it to hold it there. And that windshield, I don't know, we'll just have to put it on there and see if it tilts back or how it does. Hopefully it just runs straight up and down, but we'll have to figure that out. Before I go any further, then like my last one, I'm gonna put the windshield on there and see where I'm at. Pretty much right there is where it's gonna be. I got that cardboard back there to give me a gap between it and the windshield. Then I got a piece of cardboard there to give me a gap between it and the steering column tilted all the way up. Over here, I've started fabricating. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. But I started fabricating for the keyhole. This piece of metal here curves. It's gonna cover the keyhole. Then I gotta come to the side and put me a piece of metal and cut it basically like that. And I don't know if I need to, I don't know, man. I don't know if it needs to curve and go back under or just come down and taper off and leave all that open. Maybe just come around here and curve around. But basically it's gonna be a sharp turn, but just come, turn, and go right into the dash. Maybe go into the dash right there. I don't know. It's gonna be a pain in the ass. I mean, that's looking pretty good. I gotta adjust it a little bit. But it's just gonna be a pain in the ass, and I gotta keep in mind this thing's gonna have to be bolted on so I can get to my instrument cluster. So all this stuff is gonna have to be where I can slide it out and lift it straight up and get it off of there. But I got a lot of tweaking to do to get it just how I want it. So I'm gonna keep plugging away at it. Knocked the chip out of it right there. I don't know if that's gonna be in my view or what. The line's right there. She may be all right. I'm gonna unwrap it and make sure everything else is good. I want to see. Damn it. I think that's gonna hide. It's day 2. Yesterday, I guarantee you I got at least 10 hours in building that instrument cluster. But let me show you where I'm sitting at this morning. The left side I've got tacked in. I just got to weld it up. The right side is pretty much welded up and looking good. I'm gonna mount it to the dash panel here and like here. Maybe I gotta fill this in, but I'll put like 3 bolts. That way I can remove it and put my instrument cluster in, plug it in, and then slide it back down in there. It's a tight fit because it has to slide around that steering column and go over that keyhole, but it works. I just pull the shifter lever back and I've got plenty of room. There was one thing that I really didn't want when I built this. I wanted some character. I didn't want just a flat, you can see that's just flat where the instrument cluster goes. So I've been over there on my anvil for about an hour at least with a piece of rebar I had left over when they built the shop. And let me show you what I have done. I have gave it, let me back up. I have gave it some character, a little rollout. I'm gonna weld around this back edge. I'm gonna leave that front part of that rebar just like it is. So basically, you can tell it's rebar, but it'll give a little bump out where it ain't so flat no more. Good hours worth of work, good hours worth of welding, and it'll have a little bit of character, and I'll feel better about it. Let me get it welded up and we'll take a look at it on the vehicle. It's a done deal. Basically what I'm gonna be looking at right there. I put them vice grips on it just to hold it up. It keeps sliding out. I'm gonna have to figure out some way to prop it up. But that just needs a little bit of work. I ran that rebar around it just to give it a little bit of depth. A little something, it needed something. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna fill in the top edge and I'm gonna leave that just like that. She is a done deal. I probably got about 12 hours in it total, and it probably needs about 2 or 3 more doing a little body work around the edges on the top of that rebar. I'm gonna leave the front exactly like it looks, but I'm gonna blend that top in. Now, I'm not gonna stick it in the Jeep right now, because I have got to do something with the dash, filling all them holes. I want to mount a radio. That may be my next thing, because I have all the factory plugs for the factory radio, and it has a cassette and a CD player. That lets you know a little bit at the age of that Toyota. But I'm old man. I still got cassettes and CDs. I still got 8-track tapes. But come back and see me. We'll probably be putting a radio in. If not, we'll be hooking up the steering. I got to hook up the steering, put the fender on, hook the wires up, and this puppy will crank. I'm going to finish that dash up completely before I stick it in there for the last time. It's a really tight fit because I wrapped it around that steering column. So I want to put it in there for one time and be done with it. But I like the way it turned out. I think I did a lot better than putting that thing on the cowl up there, even though I was that close to doing it, that close. But it saved me a ton of work cutting that windshield. And I'm happy I did it this way. So come back and see me. God bless. Get out there and work on your vehicle. I hope this encourages you to do something, that one you got sitting out in your shop, been sitting there for years. Go out there and work on it. Thanks for watching.